Thank you, Yvette. That will be all.
So, where is our host?
He's not here. Nobody's here. What's happening?
Please, Miss Peacock, have a drink.
My lips belong to the Lord.
I don't. Mind if I have a smoke?
This says Ford Wadsworth, open after dinner. It's for you.
Gesundheit. Are you all comfortable?
Well, I make a good living. Oh, out with it, Wadsworth.
Ladies and gentlemen, my instructions are clear. It seems the six of you have one thing in common. You are all being blackmailed. For some considerable amount of time, all of you have been paying what you can afford, and in some cases, more than you can afford, to someone who threatens to expose you.
Oh, please. I've never heard anything so ridiculous. I mean, nobody could blackmail me. I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady, don't we all?
And am I correct to assume that none of you knew who is blackmailing you? I assume the more deductive among you have realized in the last several moments that it was, of course, Mr. Body himself, and that the less discerning of our cadre are experiencing this particular revelation right about...
It was Mr. Body!
now.
Oh, that's right! Enough!
My instructions this evening are to expose your secrets to one another, rendering you each culpable in each other's indiscretion.
Don't you think that you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm sorry, but I have my orders. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
Lucky you.
Luck's got nothing to do with it.
You were once a professor of psychiatry, specializing in helping lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Yes, but now I work for the government.
So your work has not changed. But you can't practice medicine anymore. Your license has been lifted.
Why? What'd he do?
You know what male doctors aren't allowed to do with their lady patients?
Yeah.
Well, he did.
How unethical.
Are you making moral judgments, Miss Peacock? How, then, do you justify a senator's wife taking bribes from certain lobbyists and return for Senator Peacock's votes?
My husband is a paid consultant. There's nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's publicly declared, perhaps. But isn't it a sin if certain lobbyists are sneaking their payments to a sneaky senator's wife under the men's stall of a bathroom at the Old Ebbitt Grill? How, then, would you justify that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
When were you in that men's bathroom?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
But you've been paying the blackmail for over a year now to keep that story out of the papers.
Well, I'm willing to believe you. I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
Me too.
And me.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed?
I run a top secret agency for classified affairs.
Which branch?
Legislative. There are 535 members of Congress having classified affairs.
How pathetic. A man who needs to pay for a woman to spend time with him? That's a problem I'll never have.
Is that how you... Is he one of your clients?
Certainly not!
I was asking, Miss Scarlet.
Well, tell him it isn't true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
So it is true.
A double negative.
A double negative? You mean you have photographs?
That sounds like a confession to me. In fact, a double negative has always led to proof positive. I'm afraid you've given yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You don't need any help from me, sir.
That's right!
Colonel, you hold a sensitive security position in the Pentagon. Those negatives you refer to would most certainly compromise your position.
Oh, this is an outrage!
Miss White, you've been paying off from the blackmailer ever since your husband died, under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances?
I didn't kill him.
Oh, then why are you paying the blackmail?
I didn't want a scandal. We had a very humiliating public confrontation. He was deranged. He was a lunatic. He didn't seem to like me that much. He had threatened to kill me in public. Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant that he had threatened, in public, to kill her.
And were those his final words on the matter? Being killed is pretty final, wouldn't you say?
And yet he was the one who died. Not you, Miss White. Not you.
What did the poor chap do for a living?
He was a scientist. Nuclear physics.
What was he like?
He was a stupidly optimistic man. I'm afraid it came as a great shock to him when he died. He was found dead at home. He was unclothed. His head had been cut off. But it wasn't me. I'd been out all evening at the movies.
What was showing?
The Naked Alibi.
A likely story. Do you miss him?
It's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
But he was your second husband. Your first husband also disappeared.
Yes, that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist. But my third husband, I miss him the most. He was an electrician. Well, until he was electrocuted.
And lastly, Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me!
Beg your pardon.
You just said, who is a homosexual? And I said, not me.
And I'm saying you're an idiot.
Wadsworth here is right. I am a homosexual. I feel no personal shame or guilt about this fact, but I must keep it secret or I'll lose my job on security grounds. Which is ridiculous, because homosexuality is not a choice, but a genetic predisposition. Thank you. Achoo!
This is your house.
All right, Wadsworth. You've spilled our beans. Now what?
Where's this Mr. Body?
And what does he want from us?
Who cares? I've done nothing wrong. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Miss Peacock. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of the great senator of Tennessee. You can't tell me what to do.
All the doors are locked.
Locked?
The windows are barred, and the grounds are being patrolled by vicious dogs. There's no way out. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Mr. Body, your host for the evening and your blackmailer for life. How do you do?
Oh, Mrs. White in the study with her knee.
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, but there is one more piece of information you all may like to have.
What?
The police are coming.
Why would you call the police? Why are the police coming?
In less than an hour, the police will arrive. The bridge, washed out from the rain, they're expected to find. One mastermind, and the criminals he's detained.
That's us.
He's made it clear that there's evidence here, and that they have much to gain.
Oh no.
Unless
Unless what?
you agree to double down.
Double what?
You pay me each twice what you've been paid. I'll tell the police it was a phony call and send them on their way. You refuse, I put this briefcase, which contains all the evidence of your wrongdoings, in the hands of the police and the press. I believe some of you would face lifetime jail, others a lifetime of shame.
I took
Give
you
me that. Unless what?
Well, there is something you could do for me. One little favor that would change the game. Something I just can't bear to do myself.
What?
Have a seat, please.
What's this about, sir?
Tonight, I brought you 6 gifts from Washington. Yvette. Thank you. Gifts I thought you might find useful this evening. Open them.
Why not? I enjoy getting presents from men. A candlestick? What's this for?
A wrench. A lead pipe.
A dagger?
A revolver.
Oh, it's a snake! It's a snake! Nope. It's a rope.
Each of your hands contains a lethal weapon. You all showed up here tonight because you believed there was evidence against you so terrible that you would do anything to keep it a secret. Well, tonight, I'm putting that theory to the test. Mr. Wadsworth here is the only other person who knows of your secrets. It's costing me and you dearly to keep him quiet. You see, I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Mr. Wadsworth for his silence.
Mr. Wadsworth?
He may look suave and charming,
Thank you.
but he's really conniving and manipulative.
False!
Why do you think he called the police?
You called the police?
Only because he instructed me to do so.
Did I? Or did Mr. Wadsworth call the police himself so he could carry out his greedy threat? Pay him more, or he reveals us and all our questionable illegal behavior to the police.
I would never.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can somehow manage to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, I'll have no need to increase your blackmail or expose you to the police. As a matter of truth, if you help me eliminate Wadsworth, who not only knows all of your secrets, but also mine, perhaps I can find it in my heart to eliminate your blackmail altogether. We can be done with this terrible business, once and for all.
You would never.
Why us, Buddy? Why don't you do your dirty work for yourself?
Why should I? When the six of you is so uniquely motivated.
After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me. Don't listen to him. He's lying. I'm one of you. He's blackmailing me along with the rest of you.
Oh yeah? What did you do?
That's neither here nor there. The point is, I'm not a butler. I'm an indentured servant.
Don't make a scene, Wadsworth. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, the police are on their way. Now's your chance. Kill Wadsworth and end your blackmail forever.
What's happening?
Where's the light switch?
No.
Oh, it's Mr. Body!
Oh, thank God.
Is he breathing?
Stand back. He's dead.
Who had the gun?
I did.
So you shot him?
I didn't.
Well, if you didn't, then who did?
Somebody grabbed it from my hand, and the next thing I knew, the gun went off.
There's no bullet wound.
He's right. There isn't.
Look, there's a bullet lodged over here.
Well, then how did he die?
I don't know. Being unbearably handsome doesn't make me a forensics expert.
One of us must have killed him.
I didn't do it!
I need a drink.
Maybe he was poisoned by the brandy.
What?
Mrs. Peacock, come
I had to stop her from screaming. Well, was the brandy poisoned?
Looks like we'll never know.
Unless she dies too.
Through there.
Wait, where are we going?
I don't know.
To the screaming.
Oh yeah, probably there.
Who was that, Wadsworth?
I don't know. It's locked. Who's in there?
C'est moi.
Yvette,
Oui.
are you all right?
No.
Yvette, are you alive?
Of course I'm alive. No thanks to you, Wadsworth. You idiot. You've locked us up in this house with a murderer.
So the murderer is here.
Where?
Where?
Where? Here. We're all looking at him. Or her.
Oh, what took you so long?
I am an old woman in an aggravated state of shock. It's amazing I'm anywhere. And I heard you in the study. One of you is the killer.
How could you hear us in the study?
And I was listening. I have a tape recorder in the billiard room. Monsieur Barty asked me to tape record your conversation.
Why would he ask you to record our conversation?
For more evidence, of course. When Wadsworth revealed your secrets in the study, they were all recorded.
What a snake! I've got to destroy them. Where are the tapes?
The tapes? What about Sabati?
Wait! What body?
Body's body! But Yvette, why were you screaming in there all by yourself?
Because I was frightened. I also drank the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too. Mon Dieu, I can't stay here alone.
There's safety in numbers. Don't worry. I'll protect you. I'm very strong.
Oh, but one of you is the killer. Monsieur Barty is dead.
And we gotta figure out which one of them did it.
What do you mean, which one of them?
Well, I didn't do it!
Well, one of us did. We all had the motive and the opportunity. Mr. Body was a bully and a liar to us all. I would have killed him myself, only I didn't have access to a weapon. Only the 6 of you had the means to do it.
Don't look at me, all I got was a candlestick.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
Who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
The cook!
The cook!
I forgot she was here.
How many people are in this house, Wadsworth?
I really hope it wasn't her. I rather liked her food.
Oh, this hallway is so long.
The cook's not here! I didn't do it!
There's a dagger in her side.
Oh, Wadsworth, I think you'd better explain yourself. Me? Why me? Who else would want to kill the cook?
Yeah, dinner wasn't that bad.
Oh, how can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Oh, some defense mechanism. You know what? If I was the killer, I'd kill you next. I said if I was the killer, that's all. There's only one admitted killer here, and it's not me. It's Mrs. White.
I've admitted nothing.
You paid the blackmail. How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
Yours?
5.
5.
Yes, just the 5. Husband should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, I didn't kill her. Who had the dagger? It was Mrs. Peacock.
Yes, but I put it down.
Where?
In the study.
When?
I don't know. Before he slapped me after I was assaulted. But anyone could have picked it up. It must have been Mr. Green.
Where is Mr. Green?
Can somebody please help me?
Here, get him up. Gentlemen, might I suggest we take the cook's body back to the study?
Why?
Well, for starters, if the police show up and see this, we'll be in suspicion for murder! Murder! And secondly, I'm the butler. I'd like to keep the kitchen tidy.
Oh, she smells like soup.
Mr. Body's gone. There's nobody.
Nobody. Mr. Body's body, it's gone.
Maybe he wasn't dead.
He was!
Well, then where is he?
He couldn't have been dead.
He was! At least I thought he was.
Maybe. There is life after death.
Life after death is improbable as fun after marriage.
Well, if you'll excuse me, is there a little girl's room I could use? Oui, madame. No, I just have to powder my nose. There's a toilet in the conservatory.
I don't mean to alarm anybody, but we do currently have the issue of 2 dead bodies, one missing, one present, and the imminent arrival of the police, who by my calculations should be here in 37 minutes.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking that there's nobody else in this house?
No.
So there is someone else in this house.
No, sorry, I said no meaning yes.
No, meaning yes. Look, I want a straight answer. Is there someone else in this house, yes or no?
No.
No, there is, or no, there isn't.
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion whether or not we are the only people in this house.
There isn't.
There isn't any confusion, or there isn't anyone else in the house.
Either. Or both.
Oh, just give me a clear answer.
Certainly. What was the question?
Is there anyone else in this house, yes or no?
No!
That's what he says, but does he know? Look, we've got 2 dead bodies and a killer on the loose. Not to mention the 6 murderous weapons, the wrench, the dagger, the rope, the candlestick, the revolver. Where's the lead pipe?
It's Mr. Body!
He's attacking her! No, he's not. He's dead.
Mr. Body? Dead? Again?
Oh my god.
Someone catch her.
Here, fall into my arms. Sorry.
Where did this happen, Mrs. Peacock?
In the restroom. I opened the door and there he was. I thought he was attacking me. He lunged.
Dead people don't lunge.
Well, he's certainly dead now. Who would want to kill him twice?
It's what we can call overkill.
And why? What's the difference?
Certainly made a difference to him.
Makes a difference to us. We've got to find out who killed him, where, and with what.
Seems like it was probably the lead pipe.
10 points. Professor Plum.
Oh, what kind of games are you playing, Wadsworth?
This isn't a game.
You had the lead pipe.
But I dropped it on the way to the kitchen.
So anyone could have picked it up.
There's no need to shout.
I'm not shouting. All right, I am. I'm shouting.
Hey! While you clowns lose your marbles, I'm over here trying to do something useful. Have you all forgotten about the evidence against us?
The evidence!
Body's briefcase is locked.
Maybe there's a key?
The key. Mr. Green, if you be so kind as to check Mr. Body's pockets for the key to the briefcase that contains the evidence for our past transgressions, so that we may destroy said evidence and clear ourselves of any chance of future blackmail.
But he's so bloody.
Move, I'll do it. It's not here.
It's not. Hand me the wrench. It's empty.
Empty? Wait, then where's all the evidence?
Ha! I told you Body was a liar. Had the evidence in his briefcase my foot.
Well, then where is it? And what does he have against us? I can't stand on this uncertainty.
I can assure you that Mr. Body possessed individual incriminating files on each of us, kept in one beastly blackmail envelope marked confidential. But where that envelope is now and what precisely it contains, I could not say. All I know for sure is that if it is found, we are all goners.
We have to find the evidence and destroy it.
Then we can put all this behind us and move forward with our miserable lives.
Evidence aside, first things first. We have these 6 murderous weapons. We have to get rid of them.
Might I suggest that we lock the 6 murderous weapons in the briefcase and then lock the briefcase in a closet?
Good idea.
Sure.
Let's go.
So much running. I'm gonna break a heel.
Oh,
Can we
I'm gonna
slow
break
down?
my back.